Hey guys, how you doing? It's Tom. I wanted to take a little bit of time on this Sunday to talk to you about education. Every day for the last week or 2 weeks, I've tweeted out, if you're not expressing outrage about the state of the American education system, you're fighting an uphill battle, you're losing the culture war. We are at a very unique time in human history because technology has given us the tools that we've never had before. So now when the media, the mainstream media, puts out their fake news, the government puts out their fake news, which, I always get a kick out of that, right? Fake news. Because fake news coming from the media and the government is really just propaganda. It's what it's always been. And the difference between now and the past is that YouTube and these platforms and Twitter has given the people the ability to expose government lies, to expose media lies in real time. Take an example from a week ago. A reporter at ABC broke a news story that President Trump instructed Michael Flynn to contact the Russians before he was elected president. The grassroots media almost instantly exposed that as a fake news, as propaganda, as a lie. And even in that short window of time, the stock market, which has gone up and up and up really since Trump got elected, the stock market tanked because Wall Street said, this isn't good, Trump's going to get impeached. And that fake news was able to be debunked in real time. And imagine if we had the tools, but imagine if we had the same access to people that we do today. Lies like weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, they could have prevented a war. They could have prevented America's 17-year invasion into the Middle East. Never before in human history have we had the ability to so quickly debunk the lies of the mainstream media, debunk the lies of the United States government. Imagine if the Gulf of Tonkin incident could have been exposed as a lie the day after it happened. We may look at Vietnam in a very different way. It may have never escalated. So these tools have given us immense power, and the people are fighting back. And yes, we come from different ideological backgrounds. I have so many people I'm friends with who are big-time Bernie supporters who I've come to really respect. I see the world differently, and I talk to them. I'll have disagreements about ideological directions for the country, but the point is that they're good people trying to fight back against the establishment. And we've never had these tools before. And taking that back to education, we can continue to debunk fake news story after fake news story. But until we teach people how to think, to see fake news, to see propaganda when it's presented to them without other people having to show them, then we're losing the long-term culture war to the establishment. The establishment, through compulsory government education system, is able to indoctrinate little children starting at 2 years old, 3 years old. It gets them at age 3, age 4, age 5, age 6, age 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. How far are we going to take this? You want a master's? 23, 24, 25. You want a doctorate? 26, 27. That's how many years the government gets the minds of young children. And it keeps them in an extended state of adolescence. I always say to people, in modern society, 13-year-olds act like 25-year-olds, and 25-year-olds act like 13-year-olds. The behavior is almost undistinguishable. We are kept in a state of extended adolescence. We are indoctrinated to outsource our thinking to authority, which is why people put on the mainstream media. They believe they're listening to an authority who knows better, who will tell them the truth, and they buy into the propaganda. And until people get outraged about the state of the American education system, until people demand reform to the state of American education, and I don't mean reform in a new curriculum. I don't need mean reform and new teachers. I mean the decentralization of the American education system. Then we will continue to lose the culture war to the political establishment, the establishment of global corporate government power. Instead of having to wake people up at age 20, 25, 30, and it's hard to wake up a mind that's older than 30 years old. A lot of people become conservative after they leave the indoctrination centers, mainly because they realize taxation is theft, but they never get an understanding of what actual liberty is, what natural rights are. That government doesn't rule us, that government derives its power through the consent of the governed. And people won't come to these realizations until we abolish the federal education system. We give education back to the state level, the local level. But if education is really going to be effective, it has to be given back to the family level. Because once the indoctrination stops, we will no longer have to debunk fake story after fake story, debunk government propaganda, because people will be able to see it for themselves. Every day that you remain silent about the state of the American education system, you are losing the culture war.